tell a bitch stop killing my vibe. Let's talk music and love. Let's stop abusing each other and start abusing these drugs. I'm just trying to dumb life down if it ain't stupid enough. I let reality slip because it's losing its touch. Still singing, bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. I can't think of any words to tell her how I feel inside. I'm just gazing at reflections I'm projecting with my mind. Grab my weapon in my set list, not exempt from any crimes. Got my partner, he's a warrior, know we've seen some dark times. Quick to ball up white knuckles, never one to spark nines. Bitch, I rap for dudes like him, that's why I tear apart lines. I'm trying to separate the darkness and that's no apartheid. I'm at war with myself and I've committed war crimes. I done smoked so many blunts that I done felt my heart whine. I've been labeled as a loser by my peers too many times. I done seen my different egos bitch and fight then intertwine. And I'm sick of it. Introspective with a pip and twist in my penmanship, and I ain't finished shit. First mixtape to the third, done when the dinner's fixed. At the end of the day, I'm offended by plaguers and anyone taken for granted. I'm coming with something for someone forgotten. Skin all disheartened, face full of granite. I'm talking about you, boo. Fitted in the heart and soul, apart from goals forgotten. For the downtrodden, I'ma need a minute or so. I've a minute to blow this outgotten. Feeling, tell them all. Grip the barrel, Helen ball. Blow your mind, hold it down. Standing tall, I wanna.
Alright guys, let's go ahead and get started with some DCS Seed. I'm going to be playing on Through the Inferno, the West server today. Had to spend a little time setting up some stuff, trying to figure out my whole setup out here. Hopefully everything goes good today. I already had a bad start about 40 minutes ago, but we should be good. Love playing on this server, so everything will be good. So it looks like we're going to be starting in Sochi. Let's go ahead, get our F-18 out. Right. Let me go ahead. There we go. Let's get some sound going. And let's fix my track IR. Alright. Let me go ahead and hide that. Don't need that. Close the cockpit. Get all that background sound going. Is that guy dumping fuel? Really? Or he's just dropping smoke? I don't even know. Oh, he's all screwed up. Bad spawn. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's flip our battery up. And I will get my APU on my HOTAS. Flip some switches out here. Get them ready. Alright, APU's on. Fire up the right engine. Wait for that to spool up. Alright, 25. Let's go ahead, introduce some fuel. I'm by no means going by the actual checklist. I'm sure I'll be missing some steps, but you know what? It's good enough for me to fly. I can get things going. Alright, right engine's good. Let's go ahead, get our left engine going. Start hearing some beeps here.
Roll left, roll left.
Start turning on all this stuff. And let's go ahead and introduce some fuel. Let's get some lighting in here. I don't like dark cockpits. Get our nav on. Might as well turn on our radar. Let's turn down this RWR because it gets annoying. Alright. All that's good to go. Do our bit test. Actually, let's bring up our FCS and clear that out. Actually, let's raise our flaps, clear it out. We're gonna run our bit right now. Let's do a little bit more cockpit cleanup. Put this to 100. See, and that's why we turn off the, well, not turn it off, but turn down the RWR, because obviously I'm sitting here on the runway. Jesus Christ. What happened over here? I hope I'm not all screwed up. I look fine. Alright, FCS bit test came back good. Our nav's good. Everything's looking good right there. And we're already getting a server restart. So I'm going to have to pause the stream because we just did that for nothing. And there it goes. Well, we'll wait for that to come back. Till then, there you go.
This is a DJ Hentai Daddy exclusive. Yo, is this thing on? Shit. Yeah, it's your least favorite on the wheels of steel, DJ Hentai Daddy, bringing you another classic. Shit, I'm just waiting on Bill's slow ass to get to the studio and shit. Fool probably gonna walk in the door, sing about summertime and all this romantic nonsense, man. Sit your nerdy weeaboo ass down with that bullshit, boy. These people want some fire. So let me welcome you to the one and only Resin mixtape. Just sit back, roll up a blunt of that gas, and get lit with the kid real fast, cause we about to get into it. Now bring on them unnecessary air horns.
When one breaks down the general concept of creativity, it is clear to see that all ideas are a result of outside stimuli. Sometimes it is important to know and understand that no idea or original work is completely original or new. When one understands that all ideas are just a creative amalgam of past experiences put into a new context, then and only then can one truly understand art.
Playing back samples at half speed. Blue me sprouting out. Dumbo caught in the mix. Dumb flows be the pop
All right, looks like we're back finally. Wasn't a bad pause, but you know, things happen. So let's go ahead and let the mission fire up for a second. And let me pause that because there's no need for all that nonsense. While we're letting the mission fire up, let's go ahead and get back to our startup procedure. Like I was saying before, actually, let me mark that just in case. I was saying before, I'm not going to do this by the steps or anything like that. It's a little dark. I love how this server, you can tell the time of when the server is going to end just by the sunrise and sunset. It's probably one of my favorite servers to fly on. So APU is on. Let's start our right engine again. Flip some switches over here. Let's get rid of the joystick. We don't need that. And fire up our right engine. Our EGT firing up. Stabilizing. It's going to raise again. Bam. So let's go ahead, get everything good to go. We can hear all those beeps again. All right, right engine's good. Left engine, let's start it.
Roll left. Flight controls.
Let's get our
Flight
lights
controls.
back on. I'm actually going to turn on the floodlights for now, just because it is a little dark in here. Alright, we're good on that. Fire up that left engine, introduce some fuel. We'll go back over here, turn on our O-bogs. Turn down our RWR. We don't need all that nonsense. Turn on our RWR. And let's get our radar going. Nav aligning. I'm just going to put this on bypass because that's the way I roll. Well, that's good to go. We'll turn on our IFF and our data link. And let's raise our flaps. And let's get the bit test. Forgot to pull up our FCS. So all that stuff should be going. Look good. Looks good. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this to... Oh. Our SRS isn't... Weird. There we go. Let's go ahead and turn this to our ATC. Actually, I'm gonna put 254 on this one, and I will put ATC on this one. We are flying with SRS, so I will be speaking to them periodically. If I can find, there it is, 251. That's all good. This is our ATC. This is gonna, oh, this is our ATC. This is gonna be our air-to-air channel, whatever you want to call it. Bit test came back good, so we'll just go ahead and clear that out. We're going to clear this out, and before I hit trim, let's go ahead and rearm, refuel. We're going to be doing seed today, so let's get some AIM-9X. We are going to put our... We'll just put our missiles on this one. Air to air, air to air. And we're going to do one fuel tank. We're going to do... I like that extra fuel tank, just I like to punch it up to the altitude I need to go. Get nice and high. Oh, that's not what I wanted. And let's go ahead. AGM and... Bam. And I'll just do a custom livery for fun. So we'll go ahead and put that back to
Request
100.
refueling. Request rearming.
Copy.
So while that's doing that, let's go ahead and clean up the cockpit a little bit. We're going to uncage that,
Refueling
put
complete.
this back. So gotta hear that whoop whoop noise. Love me that
Flight
whoop whoop
control.
noise.
Flight controls.
And it's dark out, so let's get our lights going. Bam. Looks good. What am I missing? Oh, I'm sure it's something. Alright. Nav is aligned.
Rearming complete.
Let's go ahead and switch that over. That's all good. IFF on. Data link on. Let's go ahead and already throw that to the SA page. So I think we are good to go. I'm just going to get one last quick look. Everything looks to be going good. I'm going to turn on the engine anti-ice because as soon as we take off, it gives me the warning right away. I guess we turn on our chart light. I mean, we don't really need it, but who cares? All this looks good. All that looks good. Okay. So, got our 88s on our wings. AMRAAMs, just in case. Let's go ahead and taxi out. I'm going to take a quick look at the map just to see who we got over here. A lot of people should be spawning in. It shouldn't be a big problem. Everything looks good. Alright. Release park and brake. Actually, let me get all this in, and I can already see our trim. Bam. And let's release that and let's go before people start spawning in all crazy. Let's go ahead and give them a radio check. Radio check 251. So we're going to go ahead and hit up that air to ground hard. It's going to be at waypoint 4. So let's go ahead and plug that in from the jump. So we're about 70 miles from it. Other than that, let's get going. Sochi, dust off 11, taking off runway 06. Put our flaps down and line up. We're going to try to get a quick takeoff because everybody's spawning in. So it's a little crazy out here. Get those engines ran up, afterburner, nose wheel steering off. Wait for rudder authority, but it looks like we're going pretty straight. A little left rudder, 150, and let's rotate. Ooh, nice little crosswind. Alright, gear up, flaps up. Let's punch out. Sochi, dust off 11, clear of active. Yeah, we got some strong winds. Or we're just trimmed all sorts of... I'm going to try to trim this out. So we're going to punch up. We're going to try to get to about 15,000. And then we'll slowly start orbiting around to get to a higher altitude. We don't have any air threats for about 200 miles, so we're good there. And they're coming off 105. So let's go ahead and bring the throttle back. I want to use up all of our fuel. We're going to level off. Not so much level off, but... Alright. Look pretty trimmed out. Now we're going to do our slow climb towards waypoint 4. Get a chance for Cap to come up into the air. So close that off. Looks like we already got someone out there taking off. That might be AWACS or Shell. One of them. Looks like waypoint 4 is at 347. I'm just going to go ahead and get that going. Just in case we need to dump some flare chaff. We're just going to slowly climb. Give that chance for Cap to come up into the air. I am flying pretty much maxed out visually. It looks amazing. So we're going to go ahead and turn this to, we go ahead and get it to 3-0, which is the air to ground. We either do 3-0 or 1-2-4. Doesn't really matter. We'll put it on 1-2-4 if I can find it. It doesn't look like there is a one. Well, no one uses 305, so we'll just put 3. Clear. 1, 2, 4, 0, 0. Enter. All right. So now we got our air-to-air, or air combat channel, and our air-to-ground channel set, and we have F5 spawning everywhere. Look at that sunrise. We're still orbiting over Sochi. We're about 19,000. It's fine. We didn't use too much fuel, so we got that going for us. Everybody might be hopping into seed since the server restarted. Not too sure, but we'll see what we can get, and if we don't really get much, we'll put some Mavs on, or we'll just go straight to Cap. 20,000, which is not too bad. So I am going to go ahead and put this on the HUD and put this air attack just to keep me at a good picture, see what's going on. So it looks like we're actually headed towards some F5s. So we're going to go ahead and swing right back around because it looks like we're the only ones really up at the moment. Swing back around. While I got the 88s on, no good for some close range air combat. And so they're coming quick. So let's go ahead, let's bring up the speed. Get our speed back up. We're going to try to cut back over. Hopefully they run into some other people. So we're going to make our push towards a waypoint 4 right now. So let's go ahead, get us lined up. Bam. Just opposite direction of where we were going head to head. So let's get up there. Alright, so we now have 2 MiG-23s at 70 miles. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that. They're at 238, right around there, 22,000. So let's go ahead, level off, 26,000, heading towards waypoint 4. Radio check 124. No one wants to talk. Radio check 254. I'm guessing that was loud and clear. So we're about 56 miles out. Let's go ahead and start fencing in, get everything that we need. That MiG-23 is closing in. Hopefully I can drop these 88s before I turn in on him, or someone else can pick him up. Looks like we got another unit right to our 6 o'clock. So hopefully everything works out well. "68 miles. He hasn't lit me up. His radar is probably off. And he's at 220 at 27,000. I might be able to see him. I think he's still too far out. So about less than 40 miles out of our waypoint, and still not really picking anything up. There we go. So we're gonna wait for that SAM to light us up. Looks like a 6. going pretty decent. So should be able to reach. Want to get just close enough so our 88s don't run out of energy. Let's go ahead, switch to that. Let's start the handoff. Handoff. Bam. So now we're ready. Hopefully, if he does light us up, we will be able to fire, do a split S, get out. I'm probably just going to dump both the 88s because those MiGs are closing in. Let's see if we can get him to lock us up, get a better track on the radar. About 18 miles out from waypoint 4. You know what, let's just go ahead. If we get to 15, we're going to fire on him. Actually, let's go ahead and fire. And fire. Oh, forgot. Got a handoff. And bam, there we go. So let's split S. We're going to switch to air. And some guy's hot micing. So let's go ahead and hit 203. We're going to see if we can pick up that MiG-23. Let's go right into it. And hopefully those 88s pick up something. Trim back out. We're going to head back towards Sochi. Just so we know we're getting out of the direction. Let's bump this out. So 29 has his radar on. There he is. Let's go ahead. And he disappeared from me. There he is. Let's go ahead, turn on him. About 50, so that looks like it's going to be the MiG-23. Lost lock. I don't even know. I was in that afterburner detent, so let's check to see. Maybe. Yep. Got 2 hits out there, so that looks good. So we're about 40 miles, and that is my cat messing stuff up behind me. So 192. MiG-23, 46. There is somebody out there. Friendly unit. He might be taking care of it. Let's see, yeah, there is a friendly out there. So we got this guy. Oh, yeah. Disappeared. There we go. Let's see if we can go ahead and swing on over to him. He's 60 miles out, so that's probably either the F-16 that just spawned in. What's our fuel like? We got about 6,000. Let me go ahead and set the bingo. I might just pull up to the tanker real quick and give that a shot. 191 for 40. Let's see. God, there's just so many contacts right now. 191 for 40. So should be able to. There he is. Oof. I keep losing him. It is very, very annoying. I think I'm back on these F-16s. Alright, let's just stick on one. And where am I at with my folks? There is nobody over here, so I'm not going to get into it with my fuel state at where it's at with about 4 different planes. So they can eat my ass. What am I looking? Let's go ahead and put our TACAN air-to-air 40 enter Yankee on let's go ahead and set this to TACAN. Let's see. God, this plane is just not trimming where it needs to be. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on those F-16s. There's no one near them. And I'm getting locked up by 29. But he's got some people out there, so we're gonna let that go. We're gonna go try to get some fuel and then we'll jump into the flight. Now I usually fly DCS with my Oculus, so I got very good at refueling with the Oculus. I switched back to my track IR and might have a little issue with that. Pretty sure. So let's go ahead, switch this to 253. It's almost easier just to type it in myself, but alright, so let's contact the tanker. So let's go F6 and we're gonna get shell.
Shell 311. Request rejoin.
I don't even know if the tankers are up. Let's see. Okay. 253. 40 Yankee. Oh, you know what? I ran the wrong comms channel. There we go. So
Shell 311. Request rejoin.
there we go. Should be able to.
311. Shell, proceed to pre-contact at 21,000.
Damn, that MiG-23. I thought he was down. And here we go with the lag spike. Let's go ahead and switch it to safe. I'm going to turn this off. I could probably leave it really light. Just gets a little cluttered when you're trying to refuel. So that's probably Shell right up there. Yeah. So he's just about 40 miles. Should be fine. Hopefully I can refuel. So the F-16s, they look like they were busy with stuff. So we're good on air-to-air for now. Let's troll these guys for a little bit. Oh man. So there's Shell right up yonder. So we're gonna get right on his ass. I'm a little nervous about this. I haven't really messed with the air-to-air refueling in Track IR, so hopefully it goes good. We're at 56,000. 56,000. 5,600. So he's going to be heading in the opposite direction of us. So... someone's gonna get mad. Oh well. So which way? We'll be right on his ass. Perfect. Let's see. Close. Coming in sideways. Drop my armrest. There we go. And let's center our... There we go. Oh, we're coming up on him. Perfect. He's entering a turn. Well, let's go ahead, get our lights back on. Start getting everything ready. Try to trim out a little bit. There's some SAMs up here, so that's never a good thing. I love that they put the tanker over the SAMs, so forcing you to land at that shit show of an airport, Sochi. Alright, let's slow her down. Should be going around 250. Speed brakes. Coming in hot. Try to get below them so we don't get any of that wake turbulence. Put our speed brakes back on, give it some gas. And let's line up and then we'll pre-contact. It is not easy. It's a lot easier to judge distance when you're in VR, I'll tell you that. So let's get a pre-contact, hopefully.
Return pre-contact.
And of course.
Ready, pre-contact.
Cleared contact.
Alright, clear to contact. Let's get it without hitting all this wake turbulence. It's putting out a lot right now. I don't know if it's because he's in the turn. I feel like I didn't have this issue last night, but all we need to do is get connected. That's it. Alright. Come on.
Contact.
Perfect.
You're taking fuel.
Well, let's gotta white knuckle it for a little bit. Yep.
Return pre-contact. Contact.
Let's get closer
You're taking fuel.
and not all silly.
Return pre-contact.
And we keep Jesus. Okay, let's back off. I only got about 1,000. So let's back off, scoot back up. I am not having a good day. Oh God.
Contact.
Alright, let's get up in there
You're taking fuel.
so we don't have that issue again. Let's just try to stay a little close to him, but not too close. Just to where he likes it. I am hitting a lot of his wake.
Return pre-contact.
You know what? 7,000. That's fine. We're gonna just hit the airfield. Obviously, this isn't working for us today.
Abort
I
rejoin.
think I'm just all sorts of trimmed. Nah, it's gonna bug me. I gotta get to him. So let's try to get
Shell 311. Request rejoin.
back over there.
311 Shell, proceed to pre-contact at 21,000.
Oof. There it is. Okay, let's center this. Okay. And let's get back on his ass.
Ready, pre-contact.
Great.
Cleared contact.
Alright, let's scoot on forward. Too fast. Let's get in there nice and slow.
Contact.
Okay.
You're taking fuel.
Easy does it. Easy. Let's scoot up. Have an issue judging distance with track IR. I think everybody else does too. In VR, you have a lot more field of view with refueling. It makes it a lot easier. You can just, you know exactly where that basket is. So staying around 253, 254. Just get this nice and filled up. Hopefully that F5 doesn't just shoot me out of the air. I know that he was up there. So we're right around 10,000. Let's see how much fuel we can get.
Return pre-contact. Contact. Return pre-contact.
Alright, you know what? That's good enough. So we're gonna go ahead, break away, get our lights back off, fence back in, and let's go ahead and hit that F5. God, there. Well, he is close. 175 for 17. See if we can get him. There he is. Let's fire. See if we can see him. Let's get him with an, oh, bam, splash. So that one should do it. Just in case. I don't know what the hell is going on with him. Crashed or what? But he's definitely done now. Oh, that's probably why. Oh, this is about to send me through the ground. Alright, so something happened again. I don't know what's up with the server, but we'll just have to be right back.
Tough as a bitch. Gotta tell these little rappers stop sucking my dick. I'm trying to direct, I need a frame to borrow. Flip your whole shit, ho, I'm James Ferraro. I've been on since far side virtual. I'm the seed that made far side virtual. How I creep from the far right vertical. They all asking me what's not right worth to you. Too dope for the dope boys. Too dope, got the perk spit work from the throat, boy. Boy, I never been a dope boy. You can get my whole story from the quotes and the quotes, boy. Man, I put that on everything. On God, we the gods of the mezzanine. Boy, I put that on everything. On God, we the gods of the mezzanine. Boy, I put that on everything. On God, we the gods of the mezzanine. Boy, I put that on everything. On God, we the gods of the mezzanine. Petals sprouting out of concrete sidewalks. I let my pen touch it like to see how my mind talks. I learned a lot from probing up the cerebellum. I know that it's all fake, but I don't fucking care to tell them. I'm caught up inside my own hype. I'm pro-life, I'm pro-death. College dropout that likes flocking, most deaf. Never had a job I liked, I tolerated. Life gave me oranges, I concentrated. Let the blunt burn while I'm sitting contemplating. Voices in my head making cryptic observations. Trying to do the same shit to fit the population. Distraction left and right causing discombobulation. I miss playing spider solitaire with pockets full of monsters living life without a care. Yeah, I miss VCRs and heavy TV sets. Saturdays screaming I wanted to be the best. It's summertime in the hot borough. I got a girl coming, she wanna watch Guru. Still rocking buckets like they're never going out of style. I said my piece, I guess that I'm forever mouthless now. Hello face, have you ever met the loudest loud? Lens forever tinted, stuck inside a